giving a facelift to the state transportation system to enhance the state's economy. Governor Adeleke stated this while inaugurating the State Committee on Transportation. Saheed Adeboje has the details.
The top echelon of the People's Democratic Party in Osun State, led by its caretaker committee chairman, Dr. Adekunle Akindele, joined Governor Ademola Adeleke, who was flanked with his deputy, Prince Kola Adewusi, and the secretary to the state government, Alhaji Teslim Igbalaye, to perform the inauguration of the Committee on Transportation. Inaugurating the 13-man transportation committee, Governor Ademola Adeleke expressed the readiness of his administration to always take action that will bring comfort to an average resident of Osun State. Governor Adeleke, who described the transportation system as vital to economic development, said that his administration is set to create modern transport terminal to ease movement across the state.
Our decision is determined to sanitize every part across the state. We can no longer allow our path to be breeding grounds for trouble and lawlessness. It is time to secure our state by making park environment safe.
Implored members of the committee to discharge the job before them with utmost seriousness. Responding on behalf of other members of the transportation committee, the chairman, Mr. Jola Akintola, appreciated Governor Adeleke for counting them worthy of such lofty assignment. Mr. Akintola assured that members of the committee will not betray the trust vested in them.
We want to assure the government will not disappoint Mr. President. We will not interest
The program climaxed with the swearing to an oath of allegiance and that of office. Saeed Adeboje, Osbc News.
The official portrait of Governor Ademola Adeleke is now officially ready for collection and distribution to all ministries, departments, and agencies of government in Osun State. A release from the Ministry of Information and Civic Orientation says individuals, corporate and non-corporate organizations willing to obtain the portrait can do so immediately from the ministry between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. on all working days. Osun State government emphasized and warned that it is only the Ministry of Information and Civic Orientation that has the official mandate of printing and issuance of the official portrait of Governor Ademola Jackson Nuruddin Adeleke to all ministries, departments, and agencies of government of Osun State, as well as individual, corporate, and non-corporate organizations willing to obtain the portrait. Release ordered that all MDAs and the general public are to note that it is fraudulent and mischievous for anybody or organization to issue, release, or sell any of the pictures of Senator Ademola Jackson Nuruddin Adeleke under the guise of being his official portrait. In execution of his mandates, the Solid Minerals Committee inaugurated by Osun State Governor Senator Ademola Adeleke is calling for memoranda from public and stakeholders in the solid mineral sector. This is according to the Chairman Solid Mineral Committee, Mr. Samuel Oyedotun, who stated in the release that the memoranda can be submitted physically at Imole House of Golu Oshubo, Osun State, or through the following digital media platform: Twitter at Osun State Gov, Facebook at Osun State Gov, or any of these. WhatsApp numbers 08101006724 or 08135889525, and email osunstatesolidmineral@gmail.com. Members of the public and stakeholders with suggestion of or information or proposals on how to improve the sector for transparency and better revenue generation are also enjoined to forward same to the medium highlighted above. Directors at Osun State Broadcasting Corporation were part of the induction of New Professional Broadcasters Association held recently in Lagos, which was a gathering of veterans and prominent names in broadcast industry who remarked on the need for broadcast journalists to make responsibility the beacon of their profession. Oluwatoyin Yusuf take a look at the event in which some staff of OSBC along others were inducted as first set of members of the Society of Nigerian Broadcasters. His report.
In his keynote address, Mr. John Murman remarked that responsibility connotes objectivity, fairness, balance with unbiased reportage. The broadcast manager stressed the beacon of broadcast journalism, which its responsibility should be upheld by broadcast managers, editors, reporters, and producers. He regretted that the media landscape is fraught with and taken over by social media journalists, mostly untrained, thus churning out half-truths and unverified information, often difficult to detract and with devastating effects on society, charging professional broadcast journalists to look into content creation to dislodge social media journalists from the landscape. Mr. John Momo prodded media professionals to promote peace in all aspects of their job. In their remarks, former chairman OSBC Board of Directors Dr. Yemi Farumbi, media icons engineers Vincent Maduka and Shingo Zwigwe took a swipe at the manner licenses are given to would-be proprietors who establish stations with depth of professionals and content. They stressed the need for the broadcast industry to emphasize dress code and invest in training of staff. Earlier in his address of welcome, foremost unionist and executive secretary of the Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria, born Dr. Yemisi Bangboshe, had described the establishment of the Society for Nigerian Broadcasters (SBN) as a huge success and a step towards building on the foundation laid by broadcast progenitors in Nigeria. He regretted that 60 years after this idea was mooted in 1962, broadcasting remained the only sector without a professional body. Bangboshe gave kudos to the late Ambassador Segun Olusola, who came up with the idea in 1962, and to Ambassador Yemi Farimbi, Alhaji Abdurrahman Michika, Mr. Inina Undagoba, and Elder Tiran Orekunrin as first trustees for their efforts as seen to the registration of the society in 1994 by the Corporate Affairs Commission. Dr. Bangboshe noted that professionals in broadcasting and broadcast journalism can now work shoulder high with other professionals in medicine, law, accounting, and engineering with a view to raising the standard of the practice beyond seeing it as a mere vocation for raw commerce. He thumbed off for the National Universities Commission (NUC) for agreeing to introducing broadcasting as a course of study in universities. Part of the inductees in Lagos were the director of OSBC News Radio, Abimbola Babatunde, Director News OSBC Television, Akinola Owolabi, Director of Sports OSBC, Muhyiddin Adeleke, and Director of Engineering, Toyin Owojaye. Others were Bukola Redibigbe, Coordinating Director, Minister of Information, Mashood Suleiman, Director of Press, Minister of Information, and Oluwatoyin Yusuf, Deputy Director, Current Affairs, OSBC Television. It could be recalled that the first stream of induction of pioneers into the Society of Nigerian Broadcasters took place in Abuja a couple of days ago. The second stream of the first set took place in Lagos with inductees drawn from all over the country. From Lagos, Oluwatoyin Yusuf for OSBC News.
That ends the state news on OSBC TV. It was edited by Adebari Jumakinde. Join us at 5 for the evening news. Good evening.